hair. We did this on Saturday, and it's Monday, so 2 days old. It's still not too greasy. It's totally workable. We also want to just try to make this work because she's out of time and we've got things to do. And so just a couple of things that we can do to spice up a bed-headed look. So we're going to attack her sideburns, her hairline. Brushing it is going to help make it a little bit more smooth and kind of get the natural grease like through the rest of the hair so it's not too much on the root. And then we can kind of like smooth down her ends just using our hands or even a little bit of heat with a paddle brush or a wet brush. So small brush for hairline and your bangs all the time. So we smoothed out her hairline, anything that was kind of curly and unruly at the front. Now, how much magic a basic brush can do. This is a wet brush, and we're just going to physically brush her bed head out. The areas to attack with a curling iron that would make the biggest difference in the shortest amount of time is the front and the top. So I'm choosing a tiny curling iron just for the sake of showing you that you can use a small curling iron. The smaller the barrel, I think that the tighter the curl technically, but the longer it'll last. So I'm only going to add curl, like I said, to the very front of her hair will make the biggest difference, and I'm only going to really curl the middle of the section. So parallel to her part, perpendicular to her hairline, this will kind of make it have a little bit more volume versus a longer curl. If I wanted something longer, I would go parallel to her hairline and perpendicular to her part. This one parallel, I only curl the middle of the section, meaning that there's about an inch worth or 2 inches of her extra of her ends that I'm leaving out. And then I'm going to pop it out, and you see it's kind of just like a kink. As soon as you release that kink and kind of open it up with your fingers, it becomes more like a wave. And so when you do a couple more of these, it'll give you that more like beachy kind of casual curl. I'm going to do this along her entire crown if you want, or if you have time to. If you add just a little bit of curl in this top section, it can give your really, really flat blow dry and then volumized finish. So I only attacked her hairline and her crown, and you can see that even just with those like 7 curls that I added without going sectioning through and doing her entire head, that just helped add some texture to the most visible areas of her hair. And if I wanted to go through and do all of it, then absolutely go ahead, but because if you're limited on time, you can see how just that little bit of spunk, or I guess funk curl, does give it a new look.